Stop telling people what you're going to do. Stop announcing your plans. Stop seeking validation for dreams you haven't built yet. Stop posting about goals you haven't achieved. Stop talking about the person you're going to become. Just be quiet, go silent, and focus only on yourself. Because here's what happens when you talk too much about what you're going to do. You get a dopamine hit from people's reactions. You feel accomplished without actually accomplishing anything. Your brain mistakes the talking for the doing, and then when it's time to actually do the work, you have no energy left because you already spent it seeking approval. The most dangerous thing you can do is announce your transformation before you've transformed. The most foolish thing you can do is celebrate the journey before you've taken the first step. The most self-sabotaging thing you can do is seek credit for work you haven't done yet. Winners move in silence. They don't announce, they don't explain, they don't seek permission or validation. They just work. And then one day, the results speak so loudly that words become unnecessary. Let me tell you why you need to go silent and focus only on yourself. Because right now, you're leaking energy in every direction. You're worried about what people think. You're comparing yourself to others. You're explaining yourself to people who don't even matter. You're seeking approval from people who aren't even on your level. And all of that is a massive waste of your most valuable resource, your attention, your energy, your focus. Every moment you spend thinking about what someone else is doing is a moment you're not spending on building yourself. Every second you waste explaining your dreams to people who don't believe in them is a second you could have spent working on those dreams. Every ounce of energy you give to seeking validation is energy you're stealing from your own growth. You need to become selfish with your attention, ruthless with your focus, obsessed with yourself in the healthiest way possible. Not in an arrogant way, in a my dreams matter more than your opinions way, in a my growth is more important than your approval way, in a I'm building something and I don't need permission way. Focus only on yourself, not on what they're doing, not on what they're saying, not on what they think about what you're doing, just on you, your goals, your progress, your transformation. And when you go silent, something magical happens. The noise disappears, the distractions fade, the opinions of people who don't matter stop mattering, and suddenly you have all this energy and focus that you've been wasting on external validation, and you can redirect it where it actually belongs, on your work, on your growth, on becoming who you need to become. Silent doesn't mean you're not working. Silent means you're working so hard that you don't have time or energy to talk about it. Silent means you're so focused on the execution that you forget about the announcement. Silent means you're building something real instead of building an image. Look at nature. The most powerful forces in nature are silent. The sun doesn't announce that it's going to rise, it just rises. A seed doesn't tell everyone it's going to become a tree, it just grows. The moon doesn't need to explain its phases, it just moves through them. Power doesn't announce itself, power just is. And when you're truly powerful, truly focused, truly building something real, you don't need to say a word. Your results will do all the talking. Let me tell you what happens when you announce everything. When you tell everyone about your plans before you execute them, when you post about your goals before you achieve them, when you seek applause for effort instead of results. First, you invite opinions, and opinions are like weeds. They spread quickly and they choke out your dreams. Everyone suddenly becomes an expert on what you should or shouldn't do. People who have never done what you're trying to do will tell you it's impossible. People who are stuck will try to keep you stuck with them. People who are scared will project their fear onto you. And if you're not strong enough, if you're not focused enough, those opinions will plant seeds of doubt. They'll make you second-guess yourself. They'll make you wonder if you're making the right choice. They'll slow you down or stop you completely. Second, you waste energy. The energy you spend explaining yourself, defending your choices, seeking validation, responding to doubters, that's energy you should be spending on actually doing the work. Talking is easy, doing is hard, and you can't do both with full intensity. Third, you remove accountability. When you tell everyone what you're going to do and then don't do it, you train yourself that words without action are acceptable. You become someone whose words mean nothing, and eventually you stop believing in yourself because you've broken too many promises to yourself that others witnessed. But when you go silent, when you just work without announcement, you eliminate all of these problems. No opinions to distract you, no energy wasted on validation, and the only person you're accountable to is yourself, which makes the accountability even stronger because you can't hide from yourself.
Focusing only on yourself means becoming obsessed with your own growth. It means waking up every day thinking about one question. What can I do today to become better than I was yesterday? Not better than someone else, better than yesterday's version of you, because that's the only comparison that matters. That's the only competition that's real. Everyone else is running their own race. They're dealing with their own challenges. They have their own goals, their own timeline, their own journey. And comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 is pointless. It's destructive. It's a waste of your mental energy. The only person you should be focused on is you, where you are, where you want to go, what you need to do to get there. Everything else is noise. This means you need to stop scrolling social media looking at what everyone else is doing. Stop comparing your life to their highlight reel. Stop feeling inadequate because someone else is further along than you. Stop feeling superior because someone else is behind you. None of that matters. Their journey has nothing to do with yours. Their success doesn't diminish your potential. Their failure doesn't validate your choices. Their opinion doesn't change your path. The only thing that matters is you and your goals. That's it. Everything else is a distraction. Now, let me tell you what focusing on yourself and working in silence actually looks like practically. You wake up. You don't check social media to see what everyone else is doing. You don't start your day consuming other people's content, other people's opinions, other people's lives. You start with yourself, your goals, your priorities, your work. You spend your day executing, not talking about executing, actually doing the work, building the business, creating the art, training the body, developing the skill. Whatever your goal is, you're working on it, obsessively, consistently, silently. When people ask what you're up to, you keep it vague, working on some things, staying busy, grinding. You don't give them details, because details invite opinions. Details create expectations. Details open doors for doubt to walk in. You avoid the temptation to post every little bit of progress. You don't need to document every workout, every work session, every small win. You just accumulate them, stack them up, let them compound, and trust that eventually the results will speak for themselves. You become comfortable with people not knowing what you're doing, comfortable with people underestimating you, comfortable with people thinking you're not doing anything special, because you know the truth. You know you're building something, and their ignorance doesn't change your reality. Months pass, you're working, growing, improving, building, and nobody really knows because you haven't said anything. You haven't posted updates. You haven't sought validation. You've just been quiet and focused. And then one day, you emerge. You launch the business. You reveal the transformation. You showcase the skill you've developed. You demonstrate the results you've created. And people are shocked. When did this happen? How did you do this? I had no idea you were working on this. That's the power of silence. That's the impact of focus. That's what happens when you stop announcing and start executing. Let me address something important. Going silent doesn't mean isolating yourself completely. It doesn't mean you can't have mentors, coaches, or a small circle of people who support you. It means you're selective about who you share your journey with. You need people who are actually helping you grow, people who have wisdom you can learn from, people who are on a similar path and can relate to what you're going through, people who encourage you without needing to be constantly updated on every detail. But the key is small circle, trusted people, people who have earned the right to be in your inner circle because they've proven they're for you, not against you. Everyone else, they don't need to know. The random people on social media don't need updates. The acquaintances who are just being nosy don't need details. The doubters and haters definitely don't need information they can use against you. Guard your energy. Protect your focus. Be selective about who gets access to your dreams and your process.
Here's what's going to happen when you focus only on yourself and work in silence for an extended period. Let's say 6 months, a year, 2 years. First, you're going to experience incredible growth because all of your energy is directed inward and forward. You're not leaking it in every direction, seeking validation and approval. You're not wasting it on comparisons and competition. It's all focused on your development. Second, you're going to build unshakable confidence, not the fake confidence that comes from other people telling you you're great. Real confidence that comes from knowing what you're capable of because you've proven it to yourself in private. You've done the work when nobody was watching. You've kept promises to yourself when nobody knew you made them. Third, you're going to eliminate the noise. Your mind becomes clearer, your path becomes more obvious, your decisions become easier because you're not constantly being influenced by external opinions and distractions. Fourth, you're going to develop discipline at a level you've never experienced because working in silence requires discipline. There's no external accountability. No one's checking if you're showing up. No one's applauding when you do. It's just you and your commitment, and that builds character. Finally, when you do emerge, when you do reveal what you've been building, the impact is massive because you're not showing potential, you're showing results. You're not promising future transformation, you're demonstrating current reality, and that's undeniable. I want to address the fear that keeps people from going silent, the fear of being forgotten, the fear that if you're not constantly posting and updating and announcing, people will forget about you. Let me tell you something. Anyone who forgets about you because you stopped posting wasn't important to your journey anyway. Anyone who needs constant updates to stay interested wasn't genuinely supportive. Anyone who loses interest because you went quiet to work wasn't really rooting for you. The people who matter will be there when you emerge. The opportunities that are meant for you will still be there. The success that's yours will still come. But more importantly, you're not building for other people. You're building for yourself. So whether they remember you or not is irrelevant. What matters is whether you're becoming who you need to become, whether you're achieving what you set out to achieve. Stop worrying about being forgotten. Start worrying about wasting your potential because you are too busy seeking attention to actually do the work. Let me give you a challenge. Starting today, go silent. Not completely off the grid, but silent about your goals, silent about your plans, silent about what you're building. For the next 90 days, don't announce anything. Don't post about your progress. Don't seek validation. Don't explain yourself. Just work. Wake up every day and ask yourself one question. What can I do today that moves me closer to my goals? And then do that in silence, without fanfare, without announcement. Redirect all the energy you would have spent on social media, on explaining yourself, on seeking approval, and channel it into your work, into your growth, into your transformation. And after 90 days, assess. Look at how much you've accomplished. Look at how much you've grown. Look at how clear your mind has become. Look at how focused you are. I promise you, you'll be shocked because you'll accomplish more in 90 days of silent, focused work than you probably accomplished in the previous year of announcing and explaining and seeking validation. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Your dreams are too important to be subjected to the opinions of people who aren't even pursuing dreams. Your goals are too valuable to be validated by people who've never achieved goals. Your transformation is too sacred to be broadcasted to people who aren't even trying to transform. Go silent,
Focus on yourself, protect your energy, guard your focus, work in private, build in secret, grow in silence. And then, when you're ready, when the work is done, when the transformation is complete, emerge, not with announcements, not with explanations, but with results. Let your life be the statement. Let your transformation be the announcement. Let your results be the proof. The world doesn't need more people talking about what they're going to do. The world needs more people actually doing it, in silence, with focus, with commitment. Be one of those people. Focus only on yourself, work in silence, and let your success make the noise. Your transformation doesn't need an audience. It needs your attention. Give it that, completely, obsessively, silently. And watch what becomes possible when you stop performing and start building. The work is waiting. The transformation is calling. Your future self is depending on you. Go silent. Focus on yourself. Get to work. And let the results speak louder than words ever could.